Welcome, in front of me I have a Redmi Note 12 and today I will go over unboxing along with a quick overview of this product. So, jumping straight into it, pop it open and we can get a look at what's in the box. Okay, so that's all we get in the box right here. Okay, so let's just let it turn on. So while it's turning on, I'm gonna quickly just touch upon the display. So this is a AMOLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate and 1200 nits peak brightness, 85% screen to body ratio with 395 pixels per inch, covered by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So with that being said, the display right here is pretty decent, especially for the price of this device. This will be the cheapest of the Note 12 series, obviously. It is about, if I remember correctly, about $100 cheaper than the 12, I think it was Pro. So with that in mind, it still offers, at least in the display category, a pretty good display, being AMOLED, 120 Hz and all that stuff. Now moving on to the cameras at the back, we have a triple camera setup. So the main one is a 48 megapixel, then we got an 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel macro. So technically we got only two cameras. And at the front we got a 13 megapixel wide sensor. Now with the back ones you can shoot at 1080p 30 frames, and same goes for the front, so nothing really like super great right here. Now moving on, the device being powered by a Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 and has either anywhere from 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, and in terms of storage 128 gigs, that's a starting storage, all the way up to 256, and if I'm correct it most likely has expandable storage. So I'm gonna check that out right now. There we go, get the little SIM eject tool. And yep, we have expandable storage right here. Now, the storage in here that is built in is UFS 2.2, which for the price, I would say it's obviously okay. There are faster ones, but for the price, like I said, decent storage. Now, in terms of the battery right here, we are looking at 5000 milliamps. So again, pretty good battery right here. Same as in all the other 12 Pro and 12 Pro Plus. They all have the same battery capacity. Now the only difference is here we have a 33 watts charging, which is the slowest of the bunch. Now they advertise that it will charge your device to 50% in 22 minutes. Now being completely honest, 33 watts, I would say it's fast enough to basically get your phone top enough to last you basically the rest of the day once you realize that your phone is almost dead. So 33 watts, I would say it's like the really good charging speed. Obviously nothing like super fast, but for like quickly topping up your device when you forget that it's almost dead, it will still do the job fast enough for you to not really worry about your battery all that much. And that would basically sum up the specs right here. Now quickly touching up on a couple other things, we have an IR blaster right here. So this will allow you to use the device as a remote control to control things like the AC units, TV boxes, and other things that just come with a remote control. Additionally, we have a headphone jack right over here, so you can plug in your wired headphones, which is a rarity nowadays. And at the bottom, we just have a charging port, Type-C, a speaker, microphone, and that's it. And the dual SIM and SD tray, volume rockers, and power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor by the looks of it. So there we go, that's about everything about this device. Now to kind of give you positives and negatives of this, or pros and cons. The massive pro, at least in my opinion, there's a couple of them, would be the fact that the device comes with a decent battery along with a decent charger in the box. I should mention that. Not every phone comes with a charger in the box nowadays. That's number one. Number two will be the display. Being an AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate and a pretty bright on top of that with 1200 nits. That's a really nice display right here. And the cons will be most likely, I haven't tested it out, but by the looks of it, probably the Snapdragon 4 Gen 1. This is the first time I'm even seeing this Snapdragon in general, so I have no idea how fast it is, but considering it starts with a 4, it's going to be on a lower end, so it might struggle with different tasks that you throw at it, especially if you start to multitask and do things like that. It might have a little bit of a problem just dealing with that much of things that you will throw. And one last thing would be the corner Gorilla Glass 3 that is at the front right here. It's obviously on a weaker side compared to the typical that most of the other phones nowadays have with the Cornell Gorilla Glass 5 instead of the 3. And apart from that, we have a plastic frame, which again, in terms of build quality, kind of subtracts it. But like I said, the price right here is about 219 bucks, so this price is, I would say, very adequate for what you get for your money. And in here, the money is being spent primarily on the display, which does pull its weight for the price. So there we go. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.